Welcome back to another segment of Buzzworthy Business. I'm Steve Strum. Sitting with me on the couch is Tricshone Jiles from Jiles of Jiles. Welcome back, young lady.
Hi, Steve.
Hi. So we were talking on another segment about your charitable organization, obviously breast cancer. It's pink. You're wearing pink. I'm not pink enough. And we were talking a little bit about what you do for the community, for people that are going through breast cancer, whether it's the person, whether it's the family, whether it's the family network.
Correct.
Obviously, a lot of people impacted by that. And so for everybody who did not see the other episode, real quick update. So you have an organization that does care packages and scholarships and helping people go from the lump of coal that might have been in their breast to become a diamond on the other side.
A precious stone.
And your own journey, 2 times,
yes,
you are a fighter. Which brings us to the gloves that I did not bring up in the last segment.
Yes.
Tell us about these gloves. These are your gloves that are a little tagged.
So my gloves were gifted to me when I went through my first journey in 2013. They're very torn and tattered. I thought about replacing them, but it's a reminder of everything we go through as a warrior. We fight our way through. And so as we fight our way through, it may be tattered and torn, but we've made it. So this is my reminder.
I am so happy that that's why you brought those, because I thought for certain when I saw those on set this morning, you might have talked to the producers and that you were bringing those to beat me up, because they probably would have paid you to do so. Tell us a little bit about the business behind the charity. Like, how does that work?
So we are a 501c3 charitable organization. So a lot of our monetary funding comes through donations from the community.
Okay.
So we do have events throughout the year. We've had a Painting with a Twist event, Painting for a Purpose. We recently had a Pink Out Night last weekend at the WJCT building, where we honored survivors, warriors, and their families. We lost 2 very important jewels that volunteered for me, and we honored them in a special tribute on last Saturday.
So as a 501c3, donation-based, obviously, so everybody here, go to our website, give them a couple bucks or a couple $100,000, whichever one you can do.
Love that.
Time, talent, treasure, right?
Yes.
That's what's important. And you have events that you put on for survivors and awareness.
Yeah.
You do a scholarship, and then you have these nice little care packages. So that's kind of the business side behind the charitable piece.
Correct.
How long have you been doing this?
Since 2019.
So, wow, nothing like starting a 501c3 in the middle of COVID. That makes it,
Yes,
it's like, hey,
it was hard.
Great idea. Let's start a business during a pandemic. Very, apocalyptic, breast cancer charitable organization. Great. So, what have you seen over the last 4 or almost 5 years now that has been kind of your signature? Like, what is that thing that when people identify themselves as Jiles of Jiles, like, what is that je ne sais quoi?
I think it's education. It's definitely education, because I try to highlight every stage of breast cancer, not just we're all survivors, we're all warriors. We don't go through the same thing. Everyone goes through something different. And so as I have my events, I talk about every stage of breast cancer and educate them through the process and show real life people that are going through it.
Right, and there's 2 sets of stages, right? There's the obviously stage 1, 2, 3, 4, right? There's the stages that people think about. What stage are you in?
The immediate ones.
And then there's also the stages of the grieving process, I guess, really. If you think about it, you go, hey, I found a lump.
Yeah.
So you go to the hospital, right? What's worse than, getting a cancer diagnosis is not knowing whether or not you have a cancer diagnosis. Like, well, we're going to take a test, and, they got to biopsy it, and maybe it takes a week to get the results back. And, here you are going, for an entire week, having no idea what your future is going to look like, and everything like a, 52-card pickup just gets thrown in the air, and you can't focus on the basics.
Yeah.
So what is the stages that you walk through with the people that you educate?
So I basically, first of all, I tell them, don't worry, even though you're going to worry. Try to live your life, because cancer will come in and try to shake up your life, but you still have to live. And so that's the first stage. I want them to live even in spite of what they've been through. And then I take them through the next stage, which is pairing them with a buddy. So you have someone that you can rely on that's there in your corner that's been through what you've been through and can help walk you through that journey. And then the last stage is once they come out, we're celebrating them. And so I try to highlight them at different events. I bring them out to speak if they feel comfortable to do so. So this is the celebration stage of their journey.
Well, that is, there's this guy a couple of years ago. His name was Martin Luther King. And, he was famous for saying, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. Yes. But whatever you do, you never stop moving forward, and progress is progress, even if it is at a turtle pace.
Correct.
So you help people understand, let me take that one more step. Let me have that one more chemo treatment that I dread because my hair is going to fall out and I'm just going to, have all these kind of issues.
Yeah.
You help people take that one more step, even if it's a crawl.
Yes.
So if people want to find out more about what you do, what's the website?
They can go to www.jilesjules.org. Mm-hmm. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. We promote a lot of events out there on social media, so please follow our page.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming. We'll make sure to hang your stuff and content on iwannabuzz.com. Thanks for coming back and talking about how you help people go through those stages. And you know what? Even if it was at a crawl at some point in time, now you're flying. And thank you for having the courage on behalf of your family, as I have family members that are survivors, for not letting them down either.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming again. Guys, thanks so much for joining us on Buzzworthy Business. If you like us, share us. Remember, live with gratitude.